After Nana died, Grandpop was lonely. Through the winter, he sat in his chair beside the fire. Sometimes he read, and sometimes he slept. Spring came, and Grandpop took his caravan out of the garage. Slowly he dusted, cleaned and polished it. Mum filled the cupboards with treats, and Grandpop set off. He travelled up, 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 and over the high mountain pass, and down again until he met the sea. Then he followed the wild coastline to the end of the road. The man at the camping ground showed him where to park. Not many folk about, he said. Still a touch of winter in the air. That night, Grandpa cooked tea under a clear and starry sky. He remembered camping with Nana and wished that she was there. But the wind rustled through the branches of the old macrocarpa tree, and in the distance the sea whispered. Tomorrow I'll go fishing, thought Grandpop. In the morning, he woke with a start. There was a scratching sound outside. Possums, he muttered. He clambered out of bed and opened the caravan door. There, sitting on the step, was the blackest cat he had ever seen. Black as night. The cat meowed loudly. Grandpop bent down and stroked it. Good morning, Blackie. Are you hungry? Grandpop poured some milk into a saucer and opened a tin of his favourite sardines. Blackie quickly finished the milk and the sardines. Then she sat on the step and waited. The campman drove past. Is this your cat? Called Grandpop. The campman stopped the tractor and turned off the engine. No, she's just a stray. Doesn't belong to anyone. Well, she seems to like my step, said Grandpop. She's waiting for you to go fishing, said the campman. That cat loves fish. Well, good, said Grandpop. I'm just about to set off. Follow the cat, said the campman. She'll take you down to the river mouth. Just remember, fish liver. That's what she likes. Fresh fish liver. Strange cat, thought Grandpop. Well, Blackie, you stay here and look after the caravan, and I'll bring you back some fish liver. But Blackie didn't look after the caravan. Blackie went with Grandpop. She dashed across the camping ground to the beach track. She pranced through the marram grass and skittered over the sand dunes. Then she sat quietly and waited for Grandpop to catch up. When they reached the first creek, Grandpop thought Blackie would turn back, but without a moment's hesitation she walked into the water. That's some cat, thought Grandpop as he crossed to the other side. At last they reached the river mouth. Grandpop sat on his chair while Blackie stretched out in the sun. Together they fished until the tide turned and Grandpop knew it was time to head home. Grandpop counted their fish. 3 kahawai, 2 mullet and a river trout. Not bad for a day's fishing, thought Grandpop. When they arrived back at the caravan, Grandpop scaled and gutted the fish. Then he found a plate and filled it with fish liver. This is for you, Blackie, the best fisher cat ever. Every morning, Blackie led Grandpop to the river mouth. Together they sat in the sun and fished, and every night they sat under the starry sky and talked, just Blackie and Grandpop. Soon it was time for Grandpop to go home. He sat on the step and stroked Blackie. I'm going to miss you, cat. You've been a good friend. I'd like to take you home, but you're not a city cat. You're an outside, open space, fresh air cat. You're a fisher cat. The next day, Grandpop packed his things. He put Blackie's breakfast on his special plate. But Blackie was nowhere to be seen. Grandpop called and called. Blow! I really wanted to say goodbye. Grandpop found the campman. Some fish liver for the cat, he said. Down the wild coastline, Grandpop drove. Up, up, up and over the high mountain pass. A fine holiday, he said to himself. I think I'll go back next year. It's good to be going home, but I'll miss that cat. He pulled into a petrol station. I'll fill her up, please, he said. The garage man walked around the back of the caravan. Several minutes later he returned. That's a fine-looking cat you've got there, he said. Well, I'll be blowed. Grandpop got out of the car and looked in the caravan window, and sure enough, there was Blackie. A big grin spread over Grandpop's face. "That's some cat," said the garage man. "She sure is," said Grandpop happily, "and she's the best fisher cat ever."